Let me take you back a few months when something in my life changed. So for the last 6 months I was working on a side hustle when finally something happened. Finally I signed my first client. And I'm not gonna lie, in this moment it felt good. It felt really good. However, a few hours later everything was back to normal again. And when I finished the project, I didn't feel how I thought I was supposed to feel. I didn't feel motivated to get the next client. I didn't feel like this was only the start of something bigger. I felt empty. If that sounds somewhat familiar, keep watching. Because the thing that made me feel empty might also be the thing that keeps you chasing the wrong thing for a long while. And might make you miserable a few years down the line. And I know how it feels to be in this kind of situation. It's just confusing. Because you're making progress towards something you want. And this is supposed to feel good, right? However, it doesn't feel that way. It feels empty and somehow like all the meaning of going for the thing suddenly is gone. And you might even start to feel guilty. Maybe you start to think to yourself, maybe you just got lazy. Or you ask yourself, shouldn't I be more grateful? Like in my situation, I thought to myself, wasn't this what I wanted in the first place? To make money online as an entrepreneur? I mean, I got a huge step closer to that goal. I was making progress towards the life I wanted to live. Then why did it feel so wrong? Why did the first actual proof I could become successful feel so empty? The reason wasn't that I just wasn't grinding enough, or that I just should stay in the trenches and not change anything. The progress I was making towards my goals felt so empty and somewhat wrong because of one reason. Because my goals weren't mine to begin with. The thing was, when I started working on myself, everyone online told me the same stuff. Get jacked, meditate and make money online. And slowly but surely, this kind of stuff also became the stuff I wanted. So I started to work out and started to do this kind of stuff like meditating and journaling. And started to search for a side hustle. And then I finally found something. And it was copywriting. However, I didn't choose it because it fits to me. I chose it because it seemed logical you could make money with that. I only chose it in order to reach this goal. Because really simplified, copywriting is writing texts for companies that make them more money. However, I didn't even like writing. I never liked writing. But I thought to myself, this is just going to be this side hustle, side thing I'm doing and won't cost me that much time. However, over the next few months, this side hustle consumed all of my free time and I also took all my self-worth from it, even though it was something that didn't even fit to me. And don't get me wrong, I don't regret doing it because I still learned so much along the way. But what I'm saying is that I built a life that didn't really fit to me. And I think it was one of the reasons why the first success I had with copywriting, signing my first client, felt so empty and pointless, meaningless. So now, what does that mean for you? It's actually pretty simple. If you are the type of person who actually goes for your goals and actually makes progress towards them, then your goals are the thing that determine how your life looks like. Because your goals change your actions and your actions change how your life looks. And if your goals are misaligned and don't even fit to you, it's also likely that somewhere down the line you'll end up with a life that's also misaligned. And I think it's not far-fetched to say that if you live in a life that's misaligned to you, you'll also feel kind of out of place. So what I think might help you is to really ask yourself if the life you're building right now is actually something that truly fits to you, that's truly aligned, or if it's just something you think you're supposed to want, something someone else told you to want. And I'm not saying you should stop being ambitious or stop going for your goals or stop sticking with something the moment it feels a bit bad. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that a life that looks impressive from the outside can still feel wrong and empty from the inside. Because how well or satisfying your life feels isn't only determined by how impressive it looks. It's also determined by how well it's matched to who you truly are. So choose your goals wisely.